Hey guys, so I'm here with the Akuvox X916 station. This is a multi-residential unit. Has a dual camera, which is, although it's only one view that you see it's a dual view because there is some advanced features for either the facial recognition, if somebody did want to set that up in the unit itself. So it does that for a little bit better calibration. Also for QR codes, if you wanted to give that option for tenants to, allow either, to send a QR code to, let's say, dog walkers, babysitters, home health aides of the sort. Usually, the management has that choice in the end user and in the management portal how they're going to be able to set that up if they want to give that as a choice. A lot of buildings want to give that. A lot of buildings say no, I don't want it to be Airbnb for everybody, because obviously you could assign different times and dates. So here you have choices for different buttons on it. Here we have the tenant directory, and just to show you a couple other multi-units, we have a basic R28, which is with hard buttons to scroll between. Then we have an R29. This is the basic R29S. Again, the layouts for what's displayed, we have many choices. And then here's the R29C, which is in black, and this one happens to have temperature detection on it as well. So I set up as a normal temperature as 95 to test it if this is working at 97.5. So I said normal 95, as you saw here, just to mess around with it, but I could do 99. Although I'm not the biggest fan of temperature detection, this does have it, and it does allow for to force somebody to wear a mask. So again, if here I go inside here, and now it's going to bring me to the main menu. Again, I could have different choices on here. I could add the QR codes. Besides the contact, I could put a pin choice, many different things. I happen to have the facial recognition on, so you heard the click to let me in. Again, you don't have to use all these extra features. You could use just the basic features for what you need. You'll see that on the management portal, you have a lot of different information that shows you what's going on. These systems could work with just dialing an app on somebody's phone. It could dial a traditional phone number, or if somebody wants inside stations, there are many different ones. There's a 10-inch one, a 7-inch one over here. They also come in white, the 7-inch one, and very cool options for it. Again, if somebody wanted something traditional, but when it rings, you could have it ring all of them or one of them. So
to search, please enter the name or apartment number, or just slide up and down to search.
So I'm going to call apartment 1A that I have set up, and I'm going to receive the call. So now I received the call over here. I click open door.
Welcome, please come in.
Hello. And that conversation is working with it at the same time, which is pretty cool. Now, the same thing applies for if I do it from over here. Let's see if I set it. I don't know if I set this one up specifically, but even this one on a traditional one, 1A, if I call it again, set up, and I gave it different names from where it's ringing. So once I receive it on here, it's going to disconnect it from the other side. I'd show them I'm in communication. Now on the app side itself, let me just go through here and just show you on the app side itself, I'm able to have a lot of different kind of choices for the tenants. So on this one, I am able to have a temp key, and I set up a couple of different ones. Main concierge, parking entrance would be, one of these units you would do if there's a different delivery or different kind of entrance to come inside, because there is access control built in. I could add a family member right here, up to 3 different tenants to have it. I could call any of the stations at any time I want to if I need to communicate with somebody over there at the same time. One second, I don't have that R29 set up. Let's say, but I set one up for apartment door, okay? So the apartment door I did is with the key, and then I'm able to interface directly into it if I want to, and any of the units. Now, if we look on the cloud side of how the management is able to work with it, we could see over here that one of the coolest things, obviously besides being able to edit the resident information right there. Somebody moves out, moves in, you're quickly able to, just with the action, put it inside there, and change their name, change their information. On the bottom part of the screen here is where we give that choice to create QR codes, and then we also choose how do we want it to contact somebody. Is it just Smart Plus and then a phone number? So if somebody doesn't have any monitors, we just do Smart Plus with phone as backup, and that way it works as well. Again, the indoor monitors are optional. They could be hardwired on the network, or they could just be, if there are models that are Wi-Fi, that can be connected to the Wi-Fi of the tenant themselves, if they really insist on having a station inside. And really cool thing here is the Intercom Logs. So on the log here, it shows me who rang, okay, and who released it. So before, when I rang from the main station, it shows me somebody, that apartment 101, released the door, and they unlocked it with an app. So this will allow me specifically to see who released the door, specifically from which apartment, and who rang what. So, and we're also able to have a beautiful picture of me right there. Just to show you some of the options that are there. We have the call history, we have capture logs, emotion logs, and a couple of other choices as well. If I wanted to do staff authorizations, I'm able to add staff to have, let's say, their RFID card on the system without having to get a separate access control system to be there. And I can give them what option, with which relay, and how to set it up. The only thing for access control the system does not do is if you need doors open at a specific time, then you're unable to do that. You'd have to use a timer or a web relay that allows for timing. Delivery authorization, I could also allow for delivery key to be on the main screen. So I could give PIN codes for different people to come in, or I could give them, a access card if I want to be able to as well. For resident authorization, I could also set up the RF cards and the pins for the tenants if I want to be able to do that as well. And I could just, at the same time for which building. So I think that this was this, and then I choose which apartment I want, and then, all that information now I just have to put in the RF card, and I could choose till when it's good. If I only have a specific date directly for the lease, I could put it inside there, and then I could apply it and utilize it as well. Very, very cool use of the systems. Messages, I could send a message to everybody's app. Elevator will be down, between 5 and 6, elevator repair. So obviously if they had an inside station, they would see it on the inside station, and I could do elevator repair 5 to 6, and I could let's do only to the apps, or so both indoor monitor and apps. And here we go. And then let me choose all of them. I'm just going to click send. So now we're going to see on the phone again. We just saw that there's a notification. Let me open up the phone. And I have a notification on the top over here that I heard. And then it goes, warning, and where is my message? Okay, did I set that? Oh, I didn't press the right button. There we go. And yeah, elevator repair. And I have a lot of funny things that I put in there, but it shows you right away, that information. If I go to the inside stations themselves, again, only if you need an inside station. So elevator repair from the security center. And then I have that, it shows the information directly in there. We could delete it. Now, all these units, they're going to be improving even more with more voice recognition options and prompting. So it's very, very cool. A lot more options even possible than what I've shown. If you have any questions, reach out. And